Joining us in studio now is Whitney Reynolds from PBS for another edition of Whitney's Women. You brought guests with you today, Whitney.
I sure did, Brooke. The fashion show that we are going to be talking about is the place that people have to be at because there's amazing foundations involved.
Okay.
Amanda Bickell is joining me here, and so is Randi Moxi. Now, Randi is actually hosting it, but Amanda Bickell, now I'm sure people are like, okay, we know that last name.
Right.
Your husband is a left wing, right?
For
the Blackhawks. Sorry that I don't know my lingo for hockey, but we all know the Bickells when it comes to hockey in Chicago. And so, Amanda, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So we're going to get into your foundation that the fashion show, this is one of the foundations that the fashion show is supporting. But Randi, you are actually hosting this fashion show. Tell us about Luxe Be a Lady.
The Luxe Be a Lady fashion show is kind of a second go at featuring the wives of Chicago sports. Our first year, last year, only featured the Chicago Bears, and it benefited the Bushrod's Visualize and Rise Foundation, which was founded by a Chicago Bear, Jerron Bushrod, and his wife, Jessica. And it helps at-risk youth afford an education. It was wildly successful. We had so much fun last year. And then I just so happened to come across this amazing foundation founded by these two amazing people and asked them if they wanted to partner this year. So it's a legendary partnering of the Chicago Bears and the Chicago Blackhawks, featuring their wives and girlfriends in Bloomingdale's for these two amazing causes.
I just heard Bloomingdale's.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. You got Bears, Blackhawks, Bloomingdale's, like all the important B's you need to know in life.
Yes.
So this fashion show, what I think is going to be one of the main draws is you don't always get a night to socialize with Bears, the Blackhawks, their wives, their girlfriends, and this is so cool. So it is actually happening November 7th.
Yes, ma'am.
And tickets are on sale. So who's going to be modeling? Because I know, like, the everyday, is there everyday people modeling, or is it just the wives, the girlfriends, or other celebrities
We
around town?
actually, to enhance the female empowerment of it, our lady hosts, which are Amanda Bickell and Jessica Bushrod, wanted to, instead of using filler models, they wanted to highlight amazing women within the community. So they're featuring the founders of Connect, Inspire, Grow, and they're also featuring the founder of Luxe Marketing, and we also have sports celebrity notables Sarah Spain from ESPN, and the beautiful Brittany Payton, which we're really excited to have her be a part of this, as well as the woman founder of Mambo Italiano. So there's just all these amazing women in the community that are beautiful inside and out. And instead of going the filler model route, these women wanted to empower other women that do so much for Chicago, the Chicago community, and the Chicago charities, and so they're featuring them as well. It's really exciting.
You know, I always crack up whenever I get asked to model because I'm like, wait, are you sure? You know I'm clumsy, and I like to smile when I walk the runway. And it's so awesome whenever you do get to do fashion shows and put it the everyday woman, because I think people can relate with that way more.
Way more.
Yeah,
than the model
I know.
that's not smiling.
Well, it always cracks me up because I MC from time to time fashion shows, and I'm always like, can't they just like smile once?
Right.
You know, like they are human, right? This is not a robot.
They just look like they're having fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Amanda, you have this amazing foundation, and it's so interesting because when we were talking about kind of what it all encompasses, like you said, I can't just sum it up in one sentence. And that's one thing I find amazing about this foundation, because it is going across a couple of different levels. So I want her to explain the foundation, because this is what some of the proceeds are going to. It's going to two different ones, and I'll let you, Randi, in a minute explain the other one.
Yeah, sure.
But Amanda, explain your family foundation.
Yeah, so I mean, like you said, I can't just sum it up in a sentence, but I'll try to be as short as possible. Basically, we go around and we try to create awareness for pit bull type dogs. We think it's very important. We think they're very misunderstood. We think that it always leads back to owners and improper treatment and things like that. So we think it's very important that people understand that it's not a breed of dog. These aren't, there's no such thing as a pit bull breed. These dogs are all just individuals, and we should treat them as individuals. But with that being said, we don't only do that. We have a few different programs. And one of my programs that I love so much is our Paws for Strength program. And that we use some of our rescue pits. They have been, obviously, they're in family homes now, loving family homes, and they've become therapy dogs. And we use these therapy dogs that have previously been abused, and we help the abused children from the Hepzibah House.
Oh.
So we've partnered with the Hepzibah House. We go in weekly and we have these programs with these children where these dogs are able to show these children hope and, you know, show I came from an abused home as well. I was in a shelter as well. I went to foster care as well. And now I'm in a family home and I'm in a loving family home and I'm happy, just like you can be.
Oh,
And
that's
And so it's
great.
really, really
In case
wonderful.
people don't know about Hezbollah, so I've had them on my show, and it's amazing because you're right. We had them on our foster care show, and they work with kids, and some of the kids' situations, like they have a game they even created called Moving On, and it's just to get the kids talking because some of the stuff they've been through is pretty horrible. That's
Brutal.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And so to think that you're partnering with these kids and these dogs, and like you were saying, like dogs are happy. And
Yeah.
dogs show they're resilient, and they let people know they can like
And just
move
forever
on.
loving.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Such bad things can happen, but they still want to be.
And they really, like these children, they really open up when these dogs are around. You
I'm
know,
sure.
when they go into like a traditional therapy session, they kind of walk in there and they're shut down. They don't really
Mhm.
want to express their feelings or talk about their emotions, and especially to a human being who essentially a human being is who hurt them.
Right.
So when we bring these dogs into the situation and we talk about the dog's experience and what the dog went through,
Mhm.
they learn that they realize that they can relate to the dog, and then they open up and say, that happened to me too.
Right.
And it gives them, ways to open up and express how they feel, and they're able to move on.
Mhm.
That is so cool. And you know what I love about this too is like she had a personal story, and that's why they kind of grew attached to the pit bull breed, and it is very misunderstood. And some of you even at home that are listening might even be like, "Ooh, pit bulls," because I know naturally I
just
have even done
such
that.
a problem with that, and I can't get started on my tangent because I do not believe that it's the dog breed. I
Mhm.
believe
It's
it's
the
the people
people.
who are
Yes.
raising those dogs. And you can have a pit that's aggressive if it's in an abusive relationship, or you can have a Chihuahua who's aggressive.
Yeah, my Shih Tzu's
And-
been really rude at times, and she was raised so nicely
Well,
too.
Mike,
But you
I
never.
have-
Dogs are just such an interesting creature, but you put them
Yeah.
with a bad parent, and bad things
No,
can happen.
I'm
It doesn't
a
matter the
loving
breed.
dog parent, but I have 2 Chihuahuas, and one of them is a nasty little thing, but I still love her.
Right,
It's just,
exactly.
I don't know, but so
I
just
mean-
don't even get me started because
Well,
I
that's
think that
exactly it. I mean, if you're raised and grown up, like these dogs sometimes are put in situations where they're beaten and taught that they have to do this. And the thing about these, terrier breeds is that they're very obedient,
Mhm.
and they really want to please humans.
even
So
if it's a bad thing that
so
they're
they don't. But that's the thing is that they don't know that
Right.
that's bad because
Right.
that's what they're being taught.
Wow.
They don't know the difference.
Mhm.
That this isn't the right way
No,
to
but
do.
that makes sense.
They're stuck in a backyard. They don't know what the outside world
Right.
is. They
And
don't
they just
know
want to
what.
please.
Yeah, they don't know what it is
Yeah.
to be loved or to live in a house or to sleep in the bed with their owner and to have hugs and kisses.
Mhm.
They're like tied up on
Ugh,
chains
that makes me sick.
and beaten. So when
Yeah.
they get loose and they see someone coming at them, I mean,
They're terrified.
my first reaction would be like, "Get out of my way!"
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Like, don't hurt me.
Yeah,
And
of course.
I mean, things like that happen, and then it gets into the media, and no one really knows the backstory
Right.
of why or
Mhm.
where it came from. They just know,
And they hardly
Okay.
ever focus on that.
yeah.
no,
Where,
they don't.
so tell us where people can find out about your foundation.
Yeah, so bickellfoundation.org. All of our programs, we have 4 different programs. They're very close to me. Everything that I do is because I truly believe in it, and there's a reason behind every
Mhm.
program that I have.
So good.
And so, like I said, we have 4 different programs, and all of our information is up on our website.
That is awesome. So people need to check it out. But there is another foundation that the fashion show is actually going back to as well. Can you tell us about that, Randi?
Yes, the founding foundation for this event is the Visualize and Rise Foundation that was founded by the Bushrods, Jermon and Jessica Bushrod.
And he's a Bears player.
Yes, he is
Yeah.
a Bears player, and but he didn't start out that way. He's originally from Virginia, and that's where he started the foundation to help at-risk youth. And basically, the whole theme behind Visualize and Rise is he wanted the at-risk youth to come out to sports camps and to communicate with professional athletes and learn leadership skills so that they can visualize that they can rise up out of their circumstances and move on to a goal. So basically what we're doing for this location, since it was founded in Virginia, all the Chicago proceeds, we're working with other organizations, and we're going to be working with the homeless youth at Nellie Vasquez's Safe Haven Foundation.
I love the Safe Haven.
And helping the homeless youth afford an education with the portion of these proceeds.
That is awesome. So to wrap this up, where can people find out more about this event, and how do they get their tickets?
Well, they can go to luxbealadyfashionshow.eventbrite.com to purchase their tickets, and then you can also visit us on Facebook at the Luxe Be a Lady Charity Fashion Show.
And you can also just reach out to me, tweet me, whatever you need to do, at Whitney Reynolds, The Whitney Reynolds Show, and I will send all the info in case people get lost in the in-between, but we'll have all the info there as well. So thank you so much, ladies, for coming on today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And congratulations on the Emmy.
Oh, the nomination. Woo. The Emmy nomination.
I said that on purpose. I'm a believer. You will win.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you all for dropping by today. I appreciate it.
Yay. See you next
you.
time.
Yes.